fancy a sword and you like it, you pick it up so you can still use it. So now you'll have two swords in my hand. Not the best way to use them, but I like this sword, so I'm going to keep it. I'll use the other sword in my hand as well. Like. Any weapons you find, you pick. In the old days, it's hard law, so anything you get, plunder, whatever, you take. Like. In the Sikh armies, wages are very rarely paid, so you plunder was the main way of gaining wages. As a warrior, Shastrakari, to be without weapon is equal to being dead. So even today, the Sikh religion, they almost have 5 Ks minimum. In our case, we have to about 30 weapons at any given time or at all time. Now, a point may come, the idea that you're being without a weapon is ridiculous. But the idea that can catch you at a point where you can't get to your weapons, that is possible. So there's a weapon we have. The claw, this will be always worn at all times and so on. Never be taken off on the left hand. So outside of battle, when you're not wielding a sword or a gun, etc. and so on, then you put this on. This goes on the left hand and is known as a leopard claw. The advantage of our empty hand with this is as soon as anybody puts their hand in, these are like fish hooks. They'll rip anything out. Everything come in, but nothing goes out. So when I'm facing someone with weapons, first thing I do is I don't give him any superfluous targets. I don't put my arms out. I don't put my legs out. I don't stand in hard. That allows him to bounce off from my head to my limbs, etc., or stab and so on. I want to give him nothing and just take everything from him. So I stand in a position which is like this, which allows him, the head is the main vital point to go for. Even at the optimum length, I still should get my hand in. Once you have these, you go in, try to pull it out now. They're like fish hooks, they'll tear everything apart. And this is the great advantage of this. When you have sweaty hands, or someone much bigger and stronger, empty-handed, they can always pull back out, etc. and so on. This makes the whole disarming element a lot easier. So I'll do it with this first, then the weapon unarmed. So watch. Here, as he wields weapons, I want to put my hand in. There, that's I'm coming in. I'm isolating myself from that limb. So I'm going in. If I stay here, that second weapon is going to crash into me. So what I do is I maneuver out the way of that one. I can make sure you don't cut the wire here. I'm here now. That weapon cannot get to me now. From here I can now start targeting. From here I'll rip throat. This will tear, and I put my fingers in and rip out his vertebrae into it. In, so I'll switch. What I'll do now is I intercept it here. Okay. If it comes in here, I'll switch here. By the time it comes here, I'm switching through. So we have now face. If I did it unarmed, it's just going to be harder. Because I have to, rather than putting my hand in, I'm going to keep on top of them all the time. You can be done unarmed, there's no big problems. Blood? That's good. No blood now. pistols are not bangles for show. They are also employed to target specific vital points, from here, at the elbows, and they'll facilitate disarming people, etc. and so on. So when we have more than one people who are in the spear, and you are caught unarmed, and you need to defend yourself, logic would be either run, or if you're going to engage them, get in one and disarm the rest. What we're doing now here, watch, faced with weapons like this, the worst thing you can do is step back from them. Because if they all converge, everyone can land a blow, so one of them is going to hit you. There is no converging. When we engage, we're not fighting. We're not even killing. At this stage, we are but a human sacrifice. And we go in. Either we get killed, or one of them is going to die. And the attitude here is, this weapon here is a composite weapon. It is known as a serf, as we put a sword. The top half of the blade is of Syrian origin, which itself is of Roman origin, which itself is of origin Spanish. The lower circular portion is of South Indian origin. The actual handle is Afghan. So in our tradition, our concern is about killing people, destroying the enemy. Whatever weapons we encounter, whatever aspects of which are relevant to combat, they will just amalgamate. It's been like that for thousands of years. Nothing about aesthetics, nothing about this is our tradition, blah blah blah. But the art itself is a traditional art. So the fighting principles, the core principles, we keep the same. But the weapons we will readapt. From the AK-47 to these. This is a chainmail piercing weapon, very powerful. The fact I'm switching my direction so quickly and then suddenly turning back to hit is making my opponents hesitate. If they're just dashing blindly, then that's they're going to cut themselves down. Now this art is also plenty of unarmed combat as well. We've got friends here from the karate world. I want to show you a style which is the very first one based on wild boar. Superficially it will look like karate, but in essence it is completely different. The next style is based on a snake. Superficially it will look like a locking system, but again, like the Japanese Aikido sword, yet it is completely different again. So this art is from ancient India and Axila. So first one, wild boar. There are 10 styles. We've got time here now. Okay, we've got 7 minutes. 7 minutes, I'm going to give you a glimpse of all the 10 fighting styles in this Indian style combat. So you can see how it evolves. Okay? First, it begins with Wu, which means zero. This is what we teach basic block. And you see the basic will look like the advanced. Any punch he puts in, I'm not going to run away from. saying to him, come on, punch me in the face. His arms, you say, are shorter than his legs. But I'm going to reverse all that by taking this posture and presenting my head. His legs now seem shorter, his arms are now longer than his. And that will then completely offset everything. He throws a punch, I just feel something in. Now you can pull that back, what he wants, some other hands ready. So, jabbing, now in the Western sense, we can easily get rid of. Bring the hand in, it's called threading the needle. We're just going to poke the eye out. Any what's called kicks and so on, we'll intercept at the knee. Don't give any end with kinetic energy, but right in the middle. If it kicks, then we grab the dangly bits. Okay, so we call them the target of the master, and it's known as check. We grab the testicle from the front, it's known as check. Down from behind, it's called checkmate. And so from there, that's the basic stuff. The first of the actual styles is wild bull. The feet are kicking, the knees are kneeling, the hands are just deflecting gently. Watch. So when the person comes,